Yo, what's up, YouTube? This your boy, Foodie the Traveler. I'm back at it. It's been a while since I've been on here. But, I just have to do a quick recap of the Cam Newton and Charleston White interview. Usually, I do the reviews for food. I travel around to different cities, to different states, to different countries, and try the food. But this interview that's been going around with Charleston White and Cam Newton, I just have to share my thoughts and my opinion, and just real quick. But first, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and let's get into it. So I had to watch this at least like 2 or 3 times because I'm trying to get both sides of the of what they're articulating or where their mind frame is at. And all 3 times I'm on Charleston White's side. And I don't really want to pick sides because it's really not a side, it's a person point of view or a person opinion. But as you notice that real people who's in these streets, like the real working man, you don't have to be white, you don't have to be black, you just be just a working period, man or woman, you automatically going to understand where Charleston White come from. Because there's a lot of white people that understand Charleston White speaking facts. He's speaking truly facts. Even when the black people who's in the streets, who's, like he said, who's down here, that's how we looking up here. And Cam Newton, he was getting creamed in his interview. And I really don't like how Cam Newton was asking him questions, but then once Charleston White gave his opinion or the answer, Cam Newton had a problem with it, or Cam Newton trying to divert certain stuff. It's like, Cam, you ask him a question, and just because you don't like the answer, now he cooning, or now he's this, now he's that. So it goes to show you that Cam Newton, he's up here, he's a part of that society. He's a part of that. He can't, and I don't want to make it political, but it's like, man, that liberal type of way of coming at African Americans, or the liberal type of way of understanding African Americans. Cam Newton have to be objective in all that stuff, because it's just like Charleston White said. Cam Newton, everybody, Shannon Sharp, Michael Irvin, y'all clapping for the Deion. Yeah, but y'all just seeing the outside of Deion, or y'all part of that society too, to where a Deion is idolized and worshiped and can't do no wrong. But what about the kids in the street? And everything Charleston White was saying and have said and is saying is documented. It's on the papers, it's written, it's documented. So everybody want to idolize Deion, and Charleston White is right. They spend half the interview talking about Deion. Charleston White's like, I came here for free. I ain't come here for free to talk about another man, because you're trying to point I would say a subjective viewpoint. And yeah, all the questions that Cam Newton was asking, of course, because Cam Newton still want to get in the NFL. Matter of fact, he want to get back in the NFL. Cam Newton still want to not rather the feathers, not ruffle the feathers. So he have to be objective to any and everything Charleston White was saying. Cam Newton a lot of times slipped up and say, I agree with you, but it's this way, it's that way, because he know that the Deion Sanders lovers or the powers to be is going to reach out to Cam Newton or blackball him and be like, hey, you had a chance to defend Deion, or you had a chance to defend this, how come you didn't do that? You know what? Nah, we're going to cut you off, or, we're going to blackball you. That's the worst thing about being inside the entertainment industry or sports industry as a black male, is that your own people, gatekeepers, man, the black gatekeepers will blackball you. It's hard enough for a black athlete, a black actress, black coach inside those type of industries to get in and to really prosper, because is that there's a lot of gatekeepers and a lot of racism. But the hardest racism or the hardest discrimination, man, to go against is your own and your own people. Prime example with Monique and Oprah and Lee Daniels, how Tyler Perry and how they was blackballing her, and you know, because she said some things or she have a different point of view, you know. So and that's how it is in the sports world as well. And so that's why, and Cam Newton know that, and Cam Newton, that's why everything he said or interview or question, he had to be objective, because at the same time, Charleston White is like, hey, you ask me a question, I'm giving you the honest answer, and all that majority of the answer that I'm giving is documented. Go do that, it's documented. So yeah, man, you know, I know the streets is for Charleston White and the people who really for the culture, and you know, the African Americans who really feel Charleston White, like, hey, we agree with everything he said. You know, we understand what he's coming from, where he's saying, because at the same time, man, we down here. And I'm not even going to put a race on it. I'm going to put everybody else. Half of the white people down here too, looking up at those to be. So, but Charleston White, man, he owned that interview, and he did it for free. Like Charleston White's better than me, because he trended. He's been trending, and everybody want to interview. I would charge at least $100,000, $200,000 for an interview. Like, if you're gonna make money off of me, I'll make sure I get mine. So, but yeah, that's my take on it, man. And yeah, man, Charleston White, man, just giving you the game, and he's telling you how it is, how Deion is and was. And at the same time, Deion, and I didn't even know this, so I had to do some research and look at it. He was wearing a dress. So Deion's supposed to be this Christian dude, and in the Bible it speaks about how a guy should not wear women clothing. So come on, man, we can't keep on falling for the okie doke, as well as this society of idolizing, man, these superstars, ex-players, rappers, and all that stuff. So yeah, man, hopefully this kind of point a light on what we as African Americans is going through, or we African Americans are seeing, because at the same time, I think Charleston White is, just like he said, he's speaking for the people who's down here. And with Cam, man, you gotta do better with the interviews, man. I mean, you can't. It seemed like he was still trying to hold that narrative. Like, you're not gonna have a successful. You got the money, ain't no stopping that. But you're not gonna have a successful, I can say, podcast or whatever that you're doing if you're still trying to paint a narrative. If you're doing what these news outlets is doing, like, man, real people, real black dudes, real African Americans know that, and man, we're gonna fall off of you. People ain't gonna mess with you, because you trying to hold on to a narrative, you trying to paint the narrative, you still want to answer certain questions, but it's still want to keep that I'm not going to ruffle them in the feathers, because, you know, I don't want to get a blackball. Like, nah, y'all got to understand, the true people, the true activists. I'm talking about the true activists back in the 20s, 40s, 60s, and 80s with Malcolm X and all of them. The true activists was broke. Malcolm X died broke. Malcolm X didn't even have a home, and that was the Nation of Islam home. So the true you can't be a full activist being rich, because you always gonna succumb to the money. They gonna always hold their head over you. Like LeBron James, he ain't no activist. He is not no activist. He only take on issues that's already trending, or issues that that the other side will be okay with you taking. You think if LeBron James be talking like Charleston White, he would still have that Nike deal? You think he would still have that Gatorade deal? Look at Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving, Kanye, they lost everything because they stood on what they believe in. You think LeBron James gonna do that? Nah, because that ain't no true activist. Because you can't be a true activist as a millionaire, because they always gonna have something to take away from you. They always have something, man, to pull from you. And so yeah, man, Charleston White, man, I'm with you, man. I'm with you. I'm loving Charleston White take, you know, and I understand what he's doing. I just hope that someone who's more of in a powerful position, I won't say ride Charleston White coattail, but hey, Charleston, I'm with you. Let's do this. Let's go. But hey, that's my time. I don't want to take all your time. I just want to give my thoughts and opinion. I'll holler at y'all later. Peace.